Hello everyone, my name is Walid Al Yahya, and today I will be doing my usability test for interactive system design class. And here I have Bhumika. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. So, before I start, I'm going to be walking you through the session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. I'm asking people to try using the website or a website so I can see whether it works indicated. The session should take about 15 to 25 minutes. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that I'm testing the site, not you. Nothing you do is a mistake. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what are you thinking or what are you looking at, what are you trying to do. This will be a big help. I want your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them trying to help them to go through the website. But if you still have any questions when we are done, I'll try to answer them then. And if you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. With your permission, I'm going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. Your face will not be recorded. The recording will only be used to help me figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except people working on the assignment. Any questions so far?
No, not yet.
Now I'm going to hand you a sample questionnaire for you to fill out.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Good. Also, I'm going to ask you to sign a sample permission form. It just says that I have your permission to record you, and that the recording will not be only seen by the people will only be seen by the people who are working on the assignment.
Sure.
That's the form. Just sign in here. Yes, please.
There
All
you go.
right. Nice. We're done with the questions, and now we can start. First thing, I'm going to ask you to take a look at the page and tell me what can you see from the first look at the page. And feel free to scroll if you want all the way down, all the way up, but don't click on anything yet, please.
Okay. So I see here that this is a website for a university. It's in two languages. There's tabs in English, there's tabs in Arabic, there is information in English and Arabic. There's not much else I can tell from just the home page except that it's for a university.
Nice. So now I'm going to ask you to try doing some specific task. I'm going to read each one out loud and give you a printed copy. I'm also going to ask you to do these tasks without using the search bar. I'll learn a lot more about how well the site works that way. And again, as much as possible, it will help me if you can try to think out loud as you go along. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna ask you the first thing. Can you please find available bachelor degree in the field of engineering?
Okay, so to find that, I'm going through the tabs. There's a home tab, there's about HU, which I'm guessing is the university. There's things about presidents, research, library. I go to admissions, look at it, but there's nothing really there for degrees in engineering. Units and centers, there's nothing really over there either. I go to academics and I scroll down and towards the bottom I find Faculty of Engineering. I click on it and it opens up to a page with information in English. It explains what the page is about, and it also lists the degrees like civil engineering, computer engineering, architecture engineering, and stuff like that. It's very easy to find.
Nice. So the other thing is, can you please find the estimate of the yearly tuition cost at this university?
Okay, so to find that, first I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm gonna go through all the tabs again. About HU, it doesn't really have anything about the cost, the tuition. Presidency doesn't either. Academics, nothing. Research, nothing. Library, nothing. Admissions, nothing. Units and centers, nothing. I scroll down. I still don't see anything. And there's nothing relating to tuition or cost for this university on this whole page that I could find.
Okay, let's move on then. Uh, I'm gonna ask you to try to find the requirements to join the science program.
Okay, so for that, I'm going to look around the tabs again. I would look at academics and go to faculty of science, which was pretty easy to find. I click on the link and there's very limited information here. There's no requirements that I can find. There's only other stuff listed about the faculty itself and a message from the dean, but nothing relating to science requirements for the program.
Okay, so the other one, could you please try to find a way to reach the university?
Okay, so for that, again, I would go back to the home page. Usually you can find something like this at the bottom of the page, so I'm scrolling down and I see contact us, but there's only one telephone number, one fax number, and one email address listed here. It doesn't even say if it's the university's phone number or a department's phone number. It's just there without any explanation. I find this information not very useful. So, and then I go up and I see a tab. It says contact us. I click on it and it still has the same information.
So, the another thing that I would ask you to find, could you please find the dates for the final exams at this university or at this website?
Okay, so for that, here I see a tab that says, well, first I'd go back to the home page to find the tabs, and then I see quick links. I put my mouse there, and towards the bottom there's a tab that says academic calendar. I click on it, but this information is in Arabic. I can't read any of it, so this is not very useful. there is, I see numbers here, and there's calendars from 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, 15. Why would they have all this information with the school year of 16 and 17? I go back to the home page. I go to admissions, and then I go to exams. I click on exams, but there's nothing else here either. It's in Arabic. I can't read it, so it's not very useful.
So now I'm going to ask you to try to find me another thing at this website. Could you please try to find the online courses?
Yeah, sure. For that, I would go back to the home page, and again, I would look through all the tabs, starting, because this is e-courses, I would start with academics. I look through the drop-down menu, but I don't see anything over there. I go to the library tab, but I don't see anything over there either. So then finally I scroll down the page, and at the bottom of the page there is a tab for students, and under students it says e-course. So I click on that link, and it brings me to a page where students can log in and do their coursework. It's in English, so it's very easy to understand.
Okay, so that would be all for the online courses. Now we're moving on to another thing. Could you please try to find the loans for students if they want to get some loans from the university? Would that be easy to find or not? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. So for that, again, I would go back to the home page, and at the top of the page, I would again go through all the tabs, starting with About HU, but I don't see anything related to help for students financially. I look at the library, I look at admissions, there's nothing over there either. I scroll down the page. At the bottom of the page, I couldn't find anything either. So I go back to the top, and again I go to academics, and under deanships I see student affairs. So I click on it, and this brings me to a page where everything is in Arabic, but on the right side of the page there is a translator which can translate to English. So I click on it, and this has everything. This has a main menu which includes Dean's Office, departments, admissions, counseling, student loans. So I click on student loans, and it explains the process of how a student can get loans. So that was pretty easy to find, in a way.
Okay, so now the last thing that I'm going to ask you is, could you please walk me through the process of trying to find the scholarship at this university?
For scholarships, I would start with looking at this page first. I go under Student Affairs. I'm reading, but I don't see anything related to scholarships. Then I go back to the home page. I'm looking through the links, but I don't necessarily see anything regarding scholarships. So then I scroll down to the page, and towards the bottom I see scholarships. I click on it, but it's empty. There's nothing there. So, and then there's a more button at the bottom right of the empty box, and it shows the scholarships to Korea University. from 2016, and I have no idea why it's there because it's not even the same university.
Alright, so up to this point, to the point, now we're approaching at the end of the usability test. We saw Bhumika, she went through the whole stuff and she tried to find some stuff that I asked. She couldn't find some of them, she found some of them. At the end, I would say thank you so much. I appreciate it, you being here. That was very helpful. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't.
Now that we're done, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.